Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Winter, and welcome to Rise of the Tomb Raider: Cold Darkness Awakens. If you've never played Rise or Shadow or even TR 2013, you should be aware that there's most likely going to be some spoilers here. And I refuse to call this the 20 years celebration because that's frankly a very silly title for something that isn't a compilation as far as I'm concerned for a game. As I mentioned, and as you can see by the title, we're going to go play through Cold Darkness Awakened simply because I've seen some people struggle with a few of the challenges for it, and I thought it might be helpful to some people to just kind of show people how to do a couple of things. Now, I'll be straight up, I fucking hate this game mode. I do not like it at all. I'm not a fan of zombies. You can call these infected if you want, but frankly, this is a zombie horde mode survival challenge thing, and I've never been a fan of those. I'm just not a zombie game fan at all. So this is not my favorite thing to play as far as Rise goes. In fact, it's not even my favorite Tomb Raider game to play out of the latest three. That would be Shadow, simply for gameplay reasons, but I'll get into that here in a bit. But I have seen some people struggle with a few of the challenges, so like I said, that's basically what I'm going to be going for. This is a good mode to play, however, if you want to get card packs, which we'll get into those here in a moment, but the challenges I'm going to be tackling today, two of them specifically, is To the Rescue, which is to rescue 6 prisoners, and then there is another one. Trying to think of what it's called. That's not it. Fuck it. We'll throw Perfectionist on there. Okay, let me try on this side then. Nope, that's not it. Where's the one? I want to find the one for the documents. Is that already selected? No? See, I don't like how these things automatically select for you. Oh, there it is, Uncovering the Truth. I probably skipped over it quite a few times. So those are the 3 main ones that we're going to go for, and then the other ones are just going to be for extra points, but the points aren't going to matter because I'm going to erase my points by using cards. So it really doesn't make much of a difference, you know? But that's okay. Where's the kill a certain amount of enemies? That's worth 1,000. Fuck it, we may get it. So let's talk about the cards. I frankly hate this kind of DLC in microtransactions, whatever you want to call it. To me, I call it a microtransaction. I don't know why I just called it DLC. But I'm not a fan of these things at all. The fact that, you know, if you want an advantage, not necessarily an advantage, if you want to really experiment with extra gameplay or extra modes, you got to pay for them. Yeah, that's not cool. I'm not a fan of loot boxes, cosmetic charges, anything like that. But I will say, in Crystal's defense, you can earn credits for them, which if you look at the top right of your screen, you'll see I've collected quite a few just by doing extra modes like this. And I actually find myself playing Remnant Resistance more than anything. I think that mode's a lot of fun. You know, going after challenges that other players have created. Oh, that's a good time. It's what I go to the most, and that's how I've managed to rack up so many credits besides... oh, damn it, I just lost my train of thought trying to read those cards. It's how I've managed to rack up so many credits besides completing the campaign and, you know, uncovering sarcophagi in the main campaign and completing tombs and whatnot, because you can slowly earn credits through the main campaign, but they're just dripped out to you very, very minimally. So Remnant Resistance is how I have the most fun collecting them, and that's what I'll recommend if anybody's looking to build up some credits to purchase packs. And you also are rewarded packs for... God damn it, I gotta stop reading these cards. I'm sorry about that. I'm not good at multitasking, apparently. You can also get rewarded packs for completing a certain amount of remnant-resistant missions and, in fact, certain milestones in the Endurance mode and Cold Darkness Awakened. So, you know, there's that. These are the only cards that I find to be absolutely useful. The Toxicity, the Boomtown, and there's one for Unlimited Fire, too. But unfortunately, you can never get these in gold. And I only say that because currently, let's visit the shop real quick. So I've got 5 card pack rewards waiting for me for completing a certain amount of expeditions, you know, collecting artifacts from Endurance mode, completing Cold Darkness Awakened a certain amount of times, and rescuing a certain amount of prisoners. And then you also get some for Remnant Resistance, but those are the cards you get for Remnant Resistance are exclusive to Remnant Resistance, which those I enjoyed because, you know, if you want to create your own Remnant Resistance mission, you've got to have those cards in order to do so. So that alone for me was a good incentive to keep playing Remnant Resistance because, like I said, that's my favorite replay mode out of all these modes here on Rise. But anyways, so I've pretty much maxed out on everything because you get to a certain point where you can't get any more. And the only way that I'll be able to redeem these rewards is by burning through some expendable ones. The gold cards I'm good on. And the only expendable one I'm going with right now is the Toxicity. And the Thinning Herd one is an exclusive one, obviously, to Cold Darkness Awakens. I'm going with that one just because, like I said, I'm not a fan of zombie games. So anything that makes it more bearable and helps me get through it quicker, I'm all for. Hence the reason for the Toxicity and Thinning Herd. And I'm going with Classic Angel of Darkness because that is a terrible fucking game. Should have never been released. But my god, that's such a great Lara render. Let's do it.
Alright, Lara, this is it. The chemical weapon, the infected Trinity soldiers, they're all coming from this old Soviet compound. This is the place. I've got the operations manual you dug up, so I can translate the directions to shut down the facility. If we can't shut down the machines, the toxin will drift into our valley within a day. Sophia's gonna keep us in the air, but we'll be nearby. Other than that, you're on your own down there.
Poor vision, but they can definitely hear me.
Shut down those towers, and then get the hell out of there. And stay safe.
I'll try.
So, one of the things that I have found in order to help locating prisoners is go for the weapons caches as soon as they're announced to you, or at least as quickly as you can. Because it seems like not everything can spawn in the game at once. You know, weapons and prisoners. Hey, we got a prisoner here. Cool. Shit.
Did someone hear me?
Yeah, so there's a prisoner without being announced by Nadia.
Stay quiet, and we'll get you out of here. Thank you. Ready when you are.
So that's cool. Nadia will announce up to, I think, 4 of them is the most that she's announced from the helicopter whenever I've been playing. The most I've ever been able to find on my own is 8.
They must have been out.
And that was about an hour and a half just walking around looking for them. I'm not really sure how to
Spotted a weapons cache. It's near your position.
make them spawn in other than, you know, just kind of keep moving around. I'm sure there's probably a way. Someone else probably knows it, but I haven't been able to figure it out. And that's why I go with Toxicity. Easy kills. Again, for someone like me who's really wanting to just get the shit over with, essential. But then I want to get the shit over with, but I'm gonna look for, you know, 6 prisoners. And show you all how to get all the documents. I'm only gonna pick up a couple though.
The rapid muscle growth and why it affects men so quickly.
Yeah, that sounds... sure.
I didn't much care for Rise. It was very disappointing for me. And it took me forever and a day to play it just because of the microtransactions and that timed exclusivity deal, which everybody seems to forget about now, which is fine. But that both kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. So I didn't play it for quite a while. I picked it up and it basically sat in my collection for about 2.5 or 3 years, only until a couple weeks ago as of this upload. And I didn't even buy Shadow until I had completed Rise. And I did not get hyped for Shadow at all. The series was essentially dead to me. Are we okay? Yeah, we're doing a swarm now. Now see, that's one thing I don't like, is these swarms, no matter how sneaky you are, these fuckers will come at you in certain intervals. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Not a fan of that. Like I said, I can't get into Horde mode. Oh, it's an explosive one this time. Last time I was playing this, that was burnable.
Lara, bad news. When we shut down the towers, it's going to shunt the rest of the toxin to the central core.
But yeah, Rise didn't really do anything for me. I thought the story was fucking terrible. But then again, it was much better than it was in Shadow. So, you know, there's that, I guess. And I kind of got to a point a couple years ago, really. The reason why I stopped doing these Let's Plays and game reviews and things of that nature is I got to a point where I was so fucking tired about being concerned and focusing on a story, I just wanted to have fun with a game. You know, I got so burned out on games by just thinking about the story and how real is it, how much does it make sense. I just totally was starting to ruin games for me. So now, I don't really give a shit about story. It's much less important than it was to me. And I'm all about gameplay. I just want to have fun with a game now.
Let's hear it.
Anyways, up this tower is the map for the documents, which a lot of people seem to miss. There we go. So when you've got that, you've pretty much locked down where all your documents are going to be. And so I'm right there. We started... Oh my god, this thing moves so slow. So there's our starting point right there. And we just basically came straight down, blew up the door here, blew up another door here, and then over here on the tower is the document map. And you can see they really want you to go all over the map for these fuckers. Which there's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to spend all this time making a map, I mean, that's perfectly acceptable as far as I'm concerned. So there's one document in particular I want to get to show how much of a pain in the ass it can be, and I'm pretty sure that's the one right there. A lot of people struggle with getting that one, so let's see if we can't verify that that's the one everybody struggles with. Oh, here we go, Horde mode. Kicked in. Ah, zombies can still use dynamite. Of course they can. We're not going by Romero rules or anything. Fuck it. Let's do 28 days later. This right here is another reason why I like the unlimited toxicity arrows. You can basically just lay down a perimeter of smoke and they'll fucking walk into it every single time, and suddenly those zombies aren't as much of a threat as they once were. God damn it, get down there, Lara. There's still more out there? I can't tell, but I can hear the music. Yep, there they are. Alright, let's do it. Holy shit, hitting the circle button, trying to jump off the ladder. Oh! Ah, you sons of bitches. Okay, as soon as she says something like that after the Horde mode has started, Horde mode is officially over. But yeah, didn't give a shit about the Rise story. It could have been the end of Trinity very, very easily, but they chose not to do that and bring them back in Shadow. You know, as someone that read the novels and the comic books and replayed the shit out of TR 2013 when it first came out, Trinity was done to death before Rise had even released, as far as I was concerned. So, I'm glad that the Trinity storyline is finally over with. Could have been taken care of in this game. You know, Constantine could have been the leader of Trinity instead of just a foot soldier, and then Shadow could have been its own standalone thing. Perfectly fine. But no, gotta ride the Trinity train to death. Oh, hey. And that's basically my complaint with the story for Rise, is that I'm just so glad Trinity is over with. Could have wrapped it up perfectly in this one, but they chose not to. So, whatever. I'm over it, though. I'm over it. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. And I was right. This is the one that is a pain in the ass for everybody to get. So you can see I've kind of struggled to get up here. It's right over there. A lot of people say you got a zip line off the top of this building after we're done blowing it up. Well, you can do that and just release at the right time, but that's kind of tricky. So, just make that jump right there. And suddenly that document is a whole lot easier to get.
Constantine, I leave this last message.
Yeah. Okay, let's go get a weapon and look for some prisoners before we decide to tackle any of the explosions and puzzles. And I do like the puzzles in Cold Darkness Awakened. Hey, there's a prisoner. Alright, let's go there. I like how everything is kind of varied. You know, no two playthroughs of this are exactly the same. You're still doing the same shit, but prisoners spawn in different locations. The solutions to the puzzles appear in a random order every single time. You know, for as much consistency as there is through this, there's enough variety to make it different each time, and that has really helped me in all my playthroughs of this mode.
Hey, can you hear me? Hello? There. Stay as quiet as you can. We get you out of here.
2 out of 6. I think this is where there's normally one. Nope, not right there. Where are we at? Okay, are there any other ones on the map? Not that I'm seeing. What's that? That's a document. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're right here. We'll take on this puzzle. But real quick, if you look up in the top right on the inventory there, it says prisoners rescued 48 out of 50. That's how many total so far I've rescued through my various playthroughs. And as you can see, there's the reward that we'll get for rescuing 50, a gold pack. Now, I don't know how many you can rescue before you max out and you don't get any more rewards, but I'm anticipating that being the last reward I get. And I'm actually curious if there will be 6 in here that spawn, if in fact that is the last reward that you can get. But I guess we'll see. I like the atmosphere of this, though. You know, it's very atmospheric. I like the fact that it always takes place at night. There's snow coming down. Oh, of course, craft more. Oh, here they come. Run, Lara. Okay.
Let's shut this place down. There we go.
First thing I always do when I come into these fuckers is look for that right there, because that is sometimes a puzzle. As you know, hey, if it's made in this country, you gotta do this. If it's made in that country, you gotta do that.
Should be green. If not, then we need to get power to the generator for the water filtration system.
Are there more than 2 yellow radioactive pipes? Well, let's take a look here. White, white, green, white. No, there's not. So what are we doing? Crank the blue water filtration generator. Hey, thankfully this one's going quick. Cool.
That's it, Nadia. This tower's been shut down.
Good. Now, it's
Where the hell do we go to get out of here?
toxin to central core.
You'd think it would be so easy to find a way out. Sometimes the layouts in these things, you know, they vary. They're not all going to look the same. Not everything's going to be in the same spot. I guess you could call that procedurally generated to an extent, because it's not an infinite number of combinations, you know. But, well, it doesn't seem to be from what I've seen so far, anyways. So, we're up here at the top. Fully upgraded axe. Let's see, we want to go left or right? Let's go left and head this way, because I'm sure there'll be some prisoners. There's normally one that shows up in this building, and sometimes two that seem to show up in this building, as I recall, but I could be wrong on that. So we're going left, right? Right. I will say, though, you know, having to wait a year to play this on PlayStation, I think it is pretty good that they gave us all the DLC for free. And as far as I can tell, I think there were a couple that were added in. A couple extra modes, like Lara's Nightmare. I'm pretty sure that was added in for the PlayStation release. And as far as I'm aware, is available for all the platforms now. I could be wrong. I honestly... A little bit after this game came out for PlayStation, I just gave up on Tomb Raider and stopped following it. Again, because of the microtransactions. I played this for like maybe an hour and a half when it first came out. And kind of saw what it was about. Saw the crafting system in action. That was another thing that really put me off about this game for the longest time, was goddamn crafting.
There's a weapons cache near you. Figured you could use all the help you can.
Because at the time, I was trying to play The Last of Us, the first one, again. And I'm not a fan of crafting mechanics as well as microtransactions. So when those two things are thrown in the same game, it's hard for me to give a shit. And at the time, Rise just wasn't grabbing me enough to make me give a shit. So, I just stopped. Oh my god, there's nothing there. Shit. That didn't work out good at all. As you can see, there's a document up there. I was trying to get to a higher level so I could get up there and see if there's a prisoner there, because sometimes there is. Oh shit. Is it horde mode? Are we on that? Oh, what the fuck's going on? Too much camera movement. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get up there without having to connect a rope arrow. At least I was... Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. Right there. So we'll go up and over. Okay, no prisoner up here right now. Where's this weapons cache? Cache, however you say it. Let's go for that. So yeah, didn't like Rise. Shadow, the story was fucking terrible. But man, that gameplay, I fucking loved. Because when you play Shadow of the Tomb Raider on Deadly Obsession, man, it's just like playing one of the older games instead of the TR 2013 reboot era that this is right here. You know, no survival instincts, very little voiceover in terms of her telling you what to do, tougher combat. You basically got to find your own fucking path and deal with situations as they come up with no hints.
One of the prisoners near your position. Want to see if you can set her free?
No checkpoints either, so that was cool. It was a good challenge, and that's the only way to play that game as far as I'm concerned. There we go, prisoner. And it's the most fun that I've had with one of these reboot era games. So anytime I see somebody knocking Shadow, I always kind of just got to throw out there, you got to try it on Deadly Obsession, you know? Especially if you're an old school TR fan, give it a shot. It's not bad. And the crafting was pretty good. It turned out to be okay here once I got used to it and finally played the campaign. It just initially rubbed me wrong. So, but I got used to it. It's acceptable. There's worse crafting mechanics out there, I'm sure. Hey, look at that.
Please, you've got to get me out
Prisoner
of
she didn't tell us about.
here. And we can get you out of here.
That's what I'm talking about. They sometimes just show up.
Hey, hello. Try not to make any noise, and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, don't make any noise, but then the first thing she's gonna do is see one of those zombies and start shooting at him with that fucking AK she's got. So, glad they listened to advice. Okay, where are we going? Let's get this gun, because a shotgun or a machine gun is essential, as far as I'm concerned, to actually finish this off once you're in the very last building. You could do it with a pistol, but it's nice to have something with a little bit of high fire rate. Oh, shit. Hey, dude. That's not the kind of shotgun that I want, but I'll take it. We've got a machine gun, so that'll get us through to the end. But hopefully that'll open up Miss Nadia to letting us know that there are other prisoners around now. Okay. Can't jump up that one. Figures. But we can go over here. What do we got here, Johnny? Yeah, I never get good ammo pouches. Like, I very rarely get the one for arrows or the machine gun. It's always like, hey, you've got infinite pistol ammo. And if I pick up a pistol, I never fucking use it. So, there we go. That's the way. That's the way. May need that again. Ah, god damn it. May need that. My recommendation, if you've never played this mode, is once you get to the second one, stick around for a little bit. Don't automatically start exploring, because sometimes Nadia will tell you the wrong instructions to start out with. It's supposed to be like, oh my god, it's supposed to be this super tense moment. It's not. It's annoying to me, but it is what it is, I guess. The gas cylinder light's always on. Okay, so this is made in Russia, so we'll remember that. Where is it? Way the fuck up there, of course. Alright, so let's get up here. Open this fucker up. Three lights. Lights are always on. Let's go for the green conduit, which is probably way the fuck down there. Nope, there it is. Cool. That worked out pretty good. Nice and close.
That works, Nadia. But it's waiting.
Here's where she's gonna mess up her instructions.
Wait, that could be... No, okay, wait, yeah. That's right. There's a second step in here. Nice catch. Okay, here we go. Okay, look around for the logo from the manufacturer. It's probably Japanese. No, it's definitely a Japanese flag. Do you see it? If you see the right flag, then find the green lever connected to the biological catalyst system and pull. If not, then we have to reconnect the conduits to the radioactive waste system.
Hey, she didn't mess it up. Cool. Alright, so let's find the yellow radioactive conduit. Fuck, that works. I'll take it. Cool.
That's another tower down, Nadia.
Excellent. Okay. I can see the toxin being vented into the central core.
I'm skipping.
We're halfway there.
It's not doing
Find the
anything.
exit on the roof and head for the last tower.
Another thing I'm happy with about this Trinity Trilogy finally being over is I really, really would like another Lara Croft entry. You know, Guardian of Light, Temple of Osiris. And it's such a shame that Temple of Osiris suffered sales-wise because of the exclusivity deal that was announced for Rise right before its release. Perfect fucking timing on that, guys. Way to sabotage your own shit. And, you know, that may seem like a small deal now, but back then, man, I mean, there were so many fucking people that were pissed off about it. And I was too, but I understood it because it's business, you know, and business is all about profits. I don't give a shit what any game company says. Yeah, they want to take care of their fans and do right by them, but at the end of the day, they've got to make a profit. Otherwise, they're going to get shut the fuck down. So, it was a business thing. I got it. I didn't like it, but I understood it. But man, that was just so fucking stupid. So you make this Tomb Raider game that swells your audience and brings the most attention to the series that it's had in years. Critically acclaimed, everybody fucking loves it. Highest sales since the first one. And what the fuck do you do for the sequel? You cut off 2/3 of your audience for the first few fucking months. Because it was an Xbox One exclusive release on day one, and then the PC release came like 3 or 4 months later, some shit like that. Yeah, that was a brilliant fucking decision, guys. Way to go.
Stay as quiet as you can.
But they got through it, apparently.
I understand.
Alright, 5 out of 6. We got one more to find. So, let's check over there, because well, is it over there? Yeah, let's check over there. Because there may be one across the way. Sometimes there is. And normally they're up top up there when they're on this building, so let's head up. Yep, right there.
Hurry, please.
Cool.
To make any noise.
To the rescue accomplished.
What the hell was that?
Those fucking guys, man. Very Game of Thrones. The ones with the fucking armor and the swords and the shields. But then again, you know, all the DLC outfits, or, well, I guess I shouldn't say the DLC outfits. Well, yeah, I think they were DLC outfits. All the, like 95% of these outfits for this game are Game of Thrones inspired, because that was the huge thing. You know, and that's one of the things that, it just shocks me that Crystal Dynamics is such a creative studio and makes such quality games. Because, I mean, besides these Tomb Raider games, I mean, Legacy of Kain, for fuck's sake. Those were great, you know, especially Blood Omen 2. My god, that was a fantastic game. And they always do such unique things with their boss battles and with their gameplay. It's just shocking to me sometimes how they feel like they gotta follow a trend to get sales or to make people want to play their stuff. Like, you don't have to do that. You don't need a fucking zombie mode to get eyes on your product if it's good enough, as far as I can tell. And they could do that. They could make the stuff that's good enough without having to chase a trend for easy sales. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the mentality sometimes. You know, it comes off as a lack of confidence in the product to me, which I can understand, kind of second guessing yourself, because I've done that with some of the creative projects that I've been on in my line of work. You know, construction, by the way. You know, you're not always sure. You have doubts sometimes. I think it's human nature to sometimes doubt yourself and your abilities, especially when it comes to something new, like rebooting a successful
There's a weapons cache
character.
close to you. If it's safe, you should check it out.
But, I mean, eventually you just gotta bite the bullet and go for it, man. You know, fuck the trends. Just do what you want to do. Have faith in yourself. If it's good, people will enjoy it. If it's not, well, you know, them's the breaks. I don't want that fucking thing. Where are we at on kills? So we've got To the Rescue. Oops, I passed it. To the Rescue is completed. Perfectionist, almost there. Uncovering the Truth, you know, like I said, I found the map for everybody and showed a way to get that one pain in the ass document. If you've got that map, all the others are easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's kill 15 more enemies, and we'll wrap this fucker up in pretty good time. Okay, yeah, so this is the one. So down this hallway right there, there's normally a prisoner there. And if it's not in this hallway, yeah, there she is. If it's not in this hallway, then it'll
You
be
have to hurry, please.
in the floor above us. This is a famous... it's a common spawn point for those prisoners. So, check that area as well when you're going forward to the rescue. And that's another thing, like I said, just adds replayability. But it's also a pain in the ass, because the spawns are so random sometimes. I mean, it can take like an hour and a half just to get 6. I've spent that kind of time just looking for them. There's... Alright, that's got to be close to 15. What was that, 6? 4? I don't fucking know. 65. Alright, so 10 more. We will get that before we finish the campaign, so... Stop hugging the wall. Let's blow the door and finish the perfectionist off. Oh yeah, see, here comes our 15 right there, if you believe the red arrow. Oh, son of a bitch. Hey! Yeah, yank that invisible man. And he winds up all the way over there? Are you serious? Oh no, he's in a tree. Well, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to pull him out of that either. So, well played. Well played, Rise. And one of the things that I absolutely hate about these goddamn challenges is the fact that, if I can go on a little rant with these challenges, I'm kind of all over the place with the commentary, sorry, but, oh, there's one.
Yeah, but it's dangerous down here. I won't be able to shut them down if I'm dead.
Missed him. That had to have got him. So these challenges, you know. You go over, you check what you got left, and one of the things I don't like with the challenges and the trophies for this game is, okay, so you want to get the Rescue 6 Prisoners trophy. Well, you've actually got to fucking go through the challenges like we did at the beginning of this video and select it as completable. Otherwise, it ain't gonna fucking pop no matter how many fucking times you go that way and get it. And, you know, see, that's the thing with these trophies, is if you're going for 100%, kind of like I'm trying to, but I doubt I'm going to be able to on all these modes, especially the 2-player mode. I'm not even going to play that. But it tells you it's a Cold Darkness challenge, so yeah, you've got to select that. So if you're going for all these trophies, yeah, you're going to play this thing at least 2 times. Maybe 3, you know, depending on how many prisoners you're able to get. And it's like that with all the trophies outside of the main campaign right there. You've got to select all those fucking challenges. And it's kind of annoying. But, I mean, Rise as a whole, like I've said, it's just not my thing. The gameplay is fun, but the extra modes don't really do a whole lot for me. Especially endurance. God, that sucked. But I will say, all the critics who were saying that, you know, oh, well, this game puts such an emphasis on woman versus wild, and then when it comes out, there's no survival elements to it. You just worry about it in the first couple chapters. Well, dude, you gotta play endurance mode for that shit. And actually play it more than 5 fucking minutes. Because I tell you what, once you get past the 3rd day in that fucking mode, man, that gets tricky. Especially at night when the animals become more scarce as the days go by. Yeah, that's a... If you're looking for that woman versus wild mode, that's the one to play. But you gotta stick with it. And apparently that's a hard thing for critics of the game, you know, these quote-unquote game critics, professionals, to do, is spend more than 5 minutes in a fucking game mode before they call it trash. Now look, I'm not going to say that endurance mode isn't trash, but I'm just going to say you got to give something a fair shot, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so at least 1 green, yeah, so let's pull the red fuel pump lever. Oh my god, right through them. Which is... I want to say it's over there. Didn't I see red? No, I didn't. Okay, so we must be going up. Okay, so this one's made in Japan. Excellent album, by the way. Deep Purple. As well as Iron Maiden. Yeah. That one's hard to find, though. Wish they'd put that back on, you know, re-release that fucker.
Got it. There's another step in here.
This one's gonna take more.
Made in Japan.
Let me find the second step. Okay, here it is.
See?
Okay, we're looking for a manufacturer logo. It should be a big Soviet flag. See it? If you see the right flag, then you'll want to reconnect the red conduits for the fuel pumps. If not, then get the red generator for the fuel pump started up.
Okay, so we're in the right area. Cool. Just gotta go... Is that it down there? No, that's it over there. Alright, so let's see if we can't climb the wall. Hey, got it. Cool. So that worked out pretty good. That's another tip I'll give you all, I guess, is when she's given her instructions after you complete one challenge, stay the fuck put, because the next one could very well be right next to you.
Last one, Laura. We're almost done. You ready? Here it is. Now I need to know the number of red fuses inside the 3 fuse boxes. Is it less than 8 fuses? If so, then I want you to reconnect the conduits for the water filtration system. If not, then we need to power up the generator for the radioactive waste system.
Fuse boxes are probably all the way down at the bottom. I keep seeing that fucking chest up there. Ooh, that was almost bad. I did like the fact, however, since I'm kind of bouncing all over the place with my thoughts on Rise, I did like the fact that QuickTime events were a lot less frequent in it. And as far as I can recall, totally fucking eliminated for Shadow, except for making jumps and having to grip the ledge, you know, barely making a jump. But other than that, I don't think there were any in Shadow, and that was fucking great, because, man, I've never been a fan of that shit, and I'm glad that Crystal finally realized, you know what, not everyone is a fan of this shit. Or, well, I guess I should say Eidos Montreal, who did such a good job making Shadow, it felt like a Crystal Dynamics game. So I don't know how much influence Crystal actually had when it comes to Shadow, but, I mean, it fit in perfectly with the continuity in terms of mechanics and style and all that shit. Where are these goddamn fuses at? Hello? Fuse boxes. Jump! I don't know, I have a feeling I've walked right by them several times at this point. Like I said, the layout is always different. Ah, I was right. On the bottom. Less than 8 fuses. So even if there is only 8, which there's 4, if it says 8, there are not less than 8. Just because that did actually trick me up one point. So I don't know what that says about my mentality or how smart I am. But yeah, it got me once. So there's 7. Oh yeah, there's more than 8. So we want to crank the yellow generator thing. Hi. Which is right there. Alright, here we go. Perfectionist. Fairly simple. Just wait for instructions.
That's it, Nadia.
And pay attention to your
The
surroundings.
central core can't handle the pressure. Containment is going to fail unless we can destroy the whole structure.
Alright, let's get this fucking shit over with.
It's the only way.
Where are we going? We're going up. So let's go up. And there's be a chest up there.
This is it. We've got to destroy the central structure.
And now the most pain in the ass thing about this mode, as far as I'm concerned, the final 5 minutes. Because goddamn, they just don't leave you to fuck alone. And if you go in with the wrong weapon, like only a pistol, for example, it's tricky. But we got a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. The improvement to the platforming in Rise was good too. Like, I really dug these fuckers here. Yeah, that was cool. And it was nice to see the grapple come back as well.
The toxin is concentrated inside the central structure. Containment is going to fail. The core is tearing itself apart. Sabotage the machinery.
Oh, that's so loud.
Inside, and it should cause a catastrophic explosion. The fire will neutralize the rest of the toxin.
Lay down a little bit of cover.
Destroy the piston shaft inside. Get the hell out of there before it blows.
Okay, so nothing there.
We'll be there, Laura.
There it is. Oh, god damn it. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's just a pain in the ass sometimes. Yeah, fuck you too. Oh my god, I'm not gonna die. Not gonna die. Shit, I'm gonna die. Alright. One down. Rinse, wash, repeat.
Destroy the machinery before the tanks are breached.
So, a little bit of cover. Oh, that did fuck all. 1, 2. Okay. Almost there. I was happy to see that return too in this game. That was always my favorite thing to do in TR 2013. A little bit of cover. A little bit mo. Ah! Damn auto aim. Shit. Oh, shut the fuck up, Nadia. I know. God damn. There we go. Yep. And that's it, right? Yep, that's it. Let's get the fuck out of here. It always throws these two guys at you to make you kind of feel like you have to go into combat again one last time, but no, you just got to be able to jump out of that fucking thing right there. There we go. So Sophia and the chick from Horizon Zero Dawn have rescued us. We're out of there.
Yeah, it was. You did it, Laura. You saved us. You saved everybody.
Ah, look at the score. Should be getting the gold pack reward, maybe another base reward, I'm not sure. But yeah, you see the card bonus, yeah, I get fucking nothing for score. So, you don't really do this for score, man. You just do it for your credits down there at the bottom and your prisoner rescue card packs, as well as your base card packs, which looks like I'll get another card pack for the bases. So let's check that out. Got 7 prisoners on that one. See, somebody got 15 at one point. Now, I don't know if that's a hack or what. If you look up there at the one on the top right, I don't see how you can do that. Like I said, 8 is the most that I've been able to get. Somebody got 9, 10, and 11. Then it skips 12, 13, and 14, and goes straight to 15. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but that's a little suspicious. Final score. Final score. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's check out the shop and see what we got. Got 7 presents now. All for Cold Darkness. So there's my gold pack. Yeah, so I got 2 of them. So let's see if I can redeem one now, since I have used a couple of expendable cards. And you would think the gold pack would give you nothing but gold cards. Nah, doesn't seem to. Not from my experience anyways. I got most of my gold cards from just doing the bronze pack over and over again. Yep, still can't open it. So, but anyways, Cold Darkness Awakened. Complete. There we go. Again, the way that I get the credits is Remnant Resistance and completing challenges and chapter replays and Cold Darkness. Thanks for hanging out with me on a very boring Saturday for myself. That's kind of why I've decided to do this video, is I literally got nothing going on. Hope you got some kind of help for this mode if you were seeking it, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for checking it out. You've been great. I've been Winter, and I'll see you on the next one. The world is still very much a fucked up place, so please take care of yourselves out there.